Okay.
Hey,
Hey girl, we're back for another episode at Pink Text Chat,
yes,
all of that. So how
yes.
you doing today?
I'm good. I'm actually good. I'm feeling good. I woke up early today, so I'm
Ooh,
on like a productive kick a little bit. So I'm feeling great actually. Thank you for asking. How about you?
it's I got like that time of the month and it's showing.
Yeah.
It's giving very much. We here
That's
and
right.
we're here about
That's right. We are here. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I know how it feels when you're like not into it, not feeling your
it.
best. So I appreciate you powering through, girl. And I'm sending you love and positivity and peace and all of that good stuff
All of that.
through the screen, baby. I hope you feel it.
All of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back again, and you know what? I've been feeling like we're like on a really good kind of roll, and I wanted us to kind of touch on something that I feel like we superficially tapped into a little bit, but I want to like deep dive today. So we will talk about love versus lust.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, like, what's the difference? How do you know? How do you like pinpoint, identify which one is it?
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have like your new boo or your new situation or like your new dating, whatever. I feel like sometimes we kind of miss the signs or we may like misinterpret um like which one it is. So I wanted to like talk about that a little bit. How you feeling about that? Like,
I'm good, I'm good, I'm
okay,
good. It
okay.
feels a little bit little on brand for me.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm so sorry.
As
Um,
I mentioned, the previous episode, I have
yeah.
a little bit of a crush situation going on. But yeah, definitely, I think we've highlighted this from time to
Hmm.
time.
Like,
We're in our 30s,
yeah,
and dating in your 30s is already a little bit.
mess,
It's an
mess.
interesting territory to enter because like I don't want to waste time. I
Boom,
don't want to waste my time or
boom.
yours or any of that or any of that. And yeah, I don't want to repeat a cycle that I've done in my 20s. I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want. And when it's new and it's fun and it's exciting, you're like, I need to see all the green flags.
Right.
I need to see them.
Yeah.
And if you have red, pink, beige, yellow, why are they there? Let's discuss them. Why
Yeah.
are they there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think for me, lust is when it's exciting and when it's new and when we're like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. No,
Yeah.
it's not okay. He absolutely needs to text you back. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, you kind of called out something. I think it's a great point. Actions,
Mm-hmm.
and like how that person is showing up for you. Um, I think that's a good, really big point. You can kind of tell the difference between something that's true or like love compared to lust when that person's actions don't align with their words
They're
or they're
saying,
not that with what they're saying or there's like lack of consistency. So, like, that's a good example of okay, I'm noticing this person's not responsive, they're not texting me or checking on me. Um, or vice versa. Like, it could be you, the person that's like lusting. You think you're like feeling love and butterflies, but really it's just lust, babe. That's all.
Mm.
But if there's like this lack of consistency, or there's not any real like tangible actions that are following up, then that could be the situation.
And then I feel like our generation, we have that situationship, right? In our generation, we're often in that little situationship, and I feel like when our generation, we're heavy in the situationship. Like, oh,
Hmm.
we're together, but we're not together, but we go together, but
And it's all over
but
the
you would have,
place, and
yeah,
there's no
but you
clarity.
would have a problem with me doing this. I don't have a problem with you doing this, and this. Why are we not in a relationship? Because it's giving very much relationship. You
It's
don't.
expectations,
Oh,
but it's not relationship commitment.
it's not.
Uh-uh.
I don't like that. I don't want
We don't
that.
like that at all.
I don't
Don't like
want
that at
that.
all.
I
At
don't
all.
want it.
I feel like another like key thing is, okay, lust is self-serving. It's
Yes.
all about what I can get, how you make me feel, what I'm benefiting from the situation, what you will do for me. And love is more about sacrifice, what you are willing to give up, how you want to serve the other person.
And it's
And the
equal.
desire that, and the desire, the actual like desire to serve the other person. You want to do things for that person because you love them,
Mhm.
compared to you want this person to do things for you and you don't want to do anything for them because it benefits you.
Mhm.
Love is sacrificial.
I think
That's how you
love.
know when
I
you
think
love
love
someone.
requires work.
It
It's
does.
not easy.
No, it's not.
It's work. You going into a situation, in a relationship with someone that requires work.
Yes.
I think people often, and myself, all go into something and it's like, okay, we're gonna go with the flow.
Hmm.
And then you go with the flow and you're hoping, okay, now we're in.
You
And
want it to
you're
change.
right, because they're not speaking your love language. They're not giving you the attention you need. They're not giving you acts of service. They're not doing this, and this. And then you're mad, but you're already in.
Respecting your boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're mad because you're already in so deep.
Yeah.
But you
But you
didn't
didn't set
ask.
that standard.
You didn't ask for this in the beginning.
Right.
So the only person you can really be mad at is yourself.
Oh, that is so true.
You did it to yourself.
That is
And
so true.
often I'd be mad at the situation, but then I gotta realize I gotta take accountability. I put myself in that situation.
True. I've been there, done that.
Me
Been
too.
there, done that. Check it off on my list, babe. Yep. I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes it's so exciting and it's fun. And sometimes we go into things not realizing that we have a lack or a scarcity that we're trying to fill with this other person or this new situation or the excitement or the attention or whatever it is. And unfortunately that lack or that scarcity will like drive your decisions, and you will start to put up with and accept less than, because you're operating from this lack or scarcity perspective or mindset, that you feel like, okay, I'll just accept or put up with that because, like, subconsciously, you don't think you deserve better, or subconsciously, you don't think you deserve more, or subconsciously, you're afraid of losing that person, so you don't want to ask
For more.
for what you really need, not just want, need. You said love language. That is something we need
We need.
to feel loved. So
And I
if you
think
need quality time, but you're afraid to ask
you're not
your
gonna get it.
person for quality time,
Not gonna get it. You're just not gonna get it.
no.
And I think it's not only come from one person, like both of you need to be speaking in each other's love language. And we have said this
True.
in other episodes. You
We
can't
have
just speak from one person's love
yours.
language. No, you got to speak from theirs too.
Yes.
That
Yes.
in the
You have
beginning,
to.
it
That
doesn't
you
come
have to
later.
become fluent in your partner's love language, not your own. You're already probably fluent in your own love language. You probably are, but you have to become fluent in your partner's love language. What do they need? And I
Mhm.
feel like that goes back to, are you willing? Do you care enough to like study and learn and give that? That is love. When you're willing to
Mhm.
love someone properly, when you're willing to love someone how they ask, need, deserve to be loved, when you're willing to do that, then you love them. But if you're not willing to do that, oh, that's too much work. I don't want to do that. No, I want you to accept
You know,
love
or
how I
they
receive it.
respond. They respond like, you know what I'm here for. Oh,
It's lust, babe.
that's just
It's lust. Because there's something that you're giving or you're offering or you're providing for that person, and they want to keep getting that, but
mhm.
they don't want to show up for you in the ways you need or deserve.
And it's
So it's
funny
like,
too because it can be something so simple. Like even if you guys are not intimate, and I have been with people I'm not intimate with,
yeah,
and I just give attention and time, and they enjoy that, but they don't give any time, and it's
mm,
like,
yeah,
this one side effort is not working for me.
right.
But if you
You're
show
giving
that,
and they're taking. They take, but they're not giving
and
in
it's
return.
exhausting,
Oh yeah. You feel depleted.
it
You
does.
feel like you don't have anything left because they're not feeding or like giving back to you. So it's just like, but you're not getting anything.
It's not turn, it's not equal. It's you're just taking everything from me. And
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I really wanna like highlight this. It starts in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because if you get 1 year, you're 2 years in, and you're like, why haven't you bought me flowers? Because you never did, babe.
He never did.
Never
He
did.
never did.
You never
Yeah.
did.
How it's an old school saying, how you get him or how you get them is how you will keep them. So like whatever you were, accepting or willing to put up with, whatever in the beginning, that's what it's going to continue to be. But it's probably going to get worse. The effort gets less and
Because
less
there's
and
no
less and less over
foundation.
time.
No foundation there. There's no
If there's no
foundation there.
respect in the beginning, there won't be respect in the end.
Oh,
If there's no appreciation in the beginning, there won't be appreciation in the end.
and often I see like myself or my peers who are single. I give, I give, I give, I give, I give, and he's not even saying thank you to me. Thank you. Oh, that's so
Mm.
simple. Thank you.
Lack of gratitude. I like that. I didn't even like have that as like one of my like key points, but I love that you brought it up because that is a true statement. Like someone not appreciating you. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this to be funny, but what you bring to the table. Someone that doesn't appreciate what you bring to the table. Someone who doesn't see you, like
Mhm.
truly see you, you
But
know?
now, but now, uh, whoever your partner is, man, woman, however they're operating. But for me, men,
Right.
and
Same.
often I hear or see, well, what do you bring to the table? I bring me, I have my degree, I have my work ethic, I have, the best of me that I can bring. I'm never the kind of woman that's gonna, take advantage or I'm gonna slack. I'm gonna give. I'm gonna give. But when you and I look at you and like your resume of being a man or whatever is less than what I am already bringing, and you bring your video games and your lack of attention, your lack of effort, your lack of learning my love language, that's your resume of being a man and not having the ability to lead us. So I can lead. I've already had my own place. I've already had my own job. I've already had my own car, my own dog. I have this. You have what? But you want to sit down and ask me what do I bring?
I feel like only a certain type of person answers that question.
Mm.
And I will make that statement even more specific. I would say a certain type of man will ask that question. I feel like when you're dating someone, you will take the time on your own to observe and see what qualities, characteristics, morals, values that person brings to the table, quote unquote. And you will figure out if that's a good fit for you or not. But I feel like people, and especially men who lead with that question, they're looking for something. They lack something, and they're looking for you to fill that gap. And they want you to like qualify yourself. I could never. If you come to me asking me some stuff like that, I already know what your mindset is, and you're not a good fit for me. As a
And I,
woman, you should not be looking for me to bring things to the table. I mean, and I know that feels like a very like controversial statement. I'm not saying as a woman I don't bring things, but you want me to quantify the things I bring? It's
I
giving
feel
weird. It's giving weird. It's giving you're not in your masculine energy. It's very much feminine. You want me to serve and like do things and show up and give in this relationship in a way that you should already be meeting. I come in and I supplement, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I feel like a
and
lot of times the men that ask that want you to do 50-50. They want 50-50. They want you to like shoulder some stuff. They want you to carry some stuff. They want you to do like, they want you to work in this relationship. As a woman, I don't feel like I need to be working, and I don't mean like work in like an occupation, like employment. I don't mean that. I mean like you want me to like do some heavy lifting.
lifting in the
Yeah.
relationship. I feel like when a man says, well, what do you bring? I feel like you're operating from a place of lust. Because if you're operating from a place of love, you don't want your woman to carry
No,
you on
you
her
want to
back.
serve your woman, your partner. You want to show up. You want to figure out how you can serve them, how you can like add to their life.
You want to lighten the load
There you go.
naturally
There you go.
when you're operating from a place of love. And I think that's gone both parts
It
in different
is.
ways
It
on both
is.
parts. You want to
Yeah.
lighten the load. You want to be each other's peace. Each other's peace. I don't
And
want
you
to just
already know
be
what you bring.
that. I don't want to just be your peace. No, you need to be mine too.
Yeah. But that's
We,
reciprocity.
yes, we are in this heavily together. Because if I'm doing it alone, then shouldn't I just be alone?
That's right.
Right?
100%. Amen. Because if I'm going to have to do stuff like heavy things like that, and I got to do it alone, because we've already said this in the past, you can be in a relationship and still be quote unquote single.
Uh,
There's a lot of people in relationships, and baby, you are single. Your partner
mhm.
is not your partner. They don't got your back, and they are out here playing around and playing in your face and cheating on you and lying to you, disrespecting you. The list goes on and on. Just because you have someone does not mean you are actually in a real solid relationship. It does not mean that. You have the title, but you don't have the partner. You have a person, but you don't have a partner.
And I think, you know, ring. does not always mean that's mine.
Or a commitment.
Honestly, you can get me a $20 ring. I don't care. As long as it's big, I don't care. I
Take
want you
notes,
to,
y'all. Take notes.
I want you to that's mine.
You want it to be
And you're not gonna,
seen. You want
that's
people to
mine.
see, like, boom, Cat,
That's
she's
mine.
taken, she's spoken for it. I got that. That's
But
clear.
But at the same time, I don't care if it's a $20, $50 ring. What I do care about is loyalty, partnership,
Yeah.
how we show up for each other. Very much that. I come from a single parent household. You know, my mom was that single mom. Then my mom was very married, still doing a lot on her own.
Yeah.
I don't want that, and I'm so. I even told my mom recently, I don't know how you did it, Mom.
Yeah.
How did you do that? I'm at 33 and I'm still like, what is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm
I agree with you on that. Yeah. I agree. Like, now, like, first of all, and I've mentioned this several times, but now in this relationship that I'm in now currently is like the healthiest relationship I've ever had. And I just feel so seen and heard and appreciated and loved and all the good things. Like, I don't want to gush too
It's
much,
good.
but I don't want to do too much. But my point is this, like, I agree with you when it comes to like the ring and all of that stuff. Like, I think when you're worried about the price and all of that, it's a superficial thing. You want the ring or you want the marriage? You want the ring or you want the commitment? You want the ring or you want the partner, like the life partner? I want the commitment, the marriage, the happy, the healthy, the holy, the real, the solid. Like, that's what I want.
Foundation.
I want that. And yes, please do make sure that you're intentional about my ring, but you ain't gotta like blow a bag. We can always do that later. But I'm all about like, are we in this together? You got my back, because I got yours. I got you. Like, as long as we doing this for real, we not playing, it's serious. That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
I don't want to do it. I think we've said this very heavily. I don't want to do it alone.
Absolutely not.
I
I won't do it alone. If I'm alone, then I will be single and alone. Like, period. I think that's like, for me, like, no offense, but I feel like that's common sense. If I have to do and operate and show up alone, I gotta handle things, I gotta like take care of things, and I don't have someone that's like showing up, I don't have a life partner, then what am I doing? I don't need a title, baby. I need a person. Like, I need the real thing. I need the real thing.
You know what I mean? And I don't, I think it has a lot to do with my upbringing. You can see my mom be a single mom. I don't want to bring my own children in that. I expect my partner very much to be there. Our kid acting up at school, I expect you there. Our kid is getting straight A's, I expect you to know about all them A's. I expect you to know the name of his doctor, her,
So
whatever.
you want an active, present partner?
Yeah,
it's not much to ask.
It's not.
It's not. I feel like it's basic, fundamental, like, things. Either you are in it for real or you're not. And I think like that's the differentiator with someone who, like, I said it earlier, but I feel like it's really like the key. Love is sacrificial. Like, true love is, that's the kind of love that God has for us. Like, willing to die to self, willing to let, and when I say give up, I mean like your old habits, your old thinking, the things you used to do as a single person. You let go of those things. Your selfishness of serving myself only. You let that go. It becomes us, we partners. It becomes what we trying to accomplish. It becomes team partner oriented. You become focused on how do I make sure you're good so that we're good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's the love stuff,
I think I sent you something yesterday and it was on Instagram and it said, you can tell the man was saying, like, you can tell my wife is very taken care of.
yeah,
She's not carrying anything on her back because I got it. Whatever she needs, I got it. Whether it's filling her gas the day before or the morning
hey,
of,
hey,
whether it's she
I know a
needs
little something
something,
about that.
whether she needs something that's off her plate, I
Yeah,
make sure that's taken care of. Because as a
yeah,
man, that's my job.
that's right.
That she's not stressed, that she can operate and fully function because I was able to show up in that way. Now there will be times where our partner is not like operating the best self, and it's okay to have your bad days because
Yeah,
that's how we show up as a team. I
yeah,
got you, you got me.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
So when you operate from a place of love, you're gonna show up for each other on your good days and on your bad days. You can't only be there. And I've said this so many times. You can't only be there for the good days. You got to be there for the bad ones too.
That's so true. That's so
That's
true.
love.
That's love when you're willing to stay, even when it's hard, even when it's not fun anymore, even
Mhm.
when like that moon that
Honeymoon
when
phase.
honeymoon thank you when that's over and all the butterflies is over, and I hope they never go away. But I'm just saying, times can become tough in relationships and marriages. It does get hard. You will be tested, and are you willing to stay? And I
Yeah,
don't mean stay through destruction and, cheating and infidelity and
yeah, not
disrespect
the
and
toxic
abuse. I'm not
stuff.
talking about that.
No.
We're not discussing that. We're
Uh,
talking about the real stuff, life
like,
stuff.
grief,
There you go.
um,
Loss, layoffs,
joy,
health issues, like real stuff. That are you willing? Like health and sickness and ritual poor, like all of the vows and
can
things like
you,
that. Are
like,
you
if
willing
I'm
to
not feeling
stay?
that,
You gonna
if I'm
stick it
not
out?
feeling well, can you cater me? Can you be there for me? Can you nurse me back to health? If
That
I'm in my season of depression and that comes and that happens, can you be there for my worst season? And not
yes.
just the season that I'm thriving in. You got to be there for my worst season too.
You
And
said
vice
it for
versa.
all of me, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
You know?
Vice versa. It goes both ways. Because
It
if you're
does.
operating from a place of lust, I promise you're not going to be doing any of that. Oh,
No,
you're
you're
going
definitely
through
not.
tough. You're going through a tough time. Or holla, I'm gonna go. Call me
That's
when you
too
good
much for
again.
me. That's so
Call
true.
me when you good again.
Yeah.
When you good.
That and one last thing I want to really just kind of like drive home is I feel like when it comes to love, it causes you to self-examine.
Mm.
So one of the biggest things that I'm learning actively right now in my relationship is wow, you start to realize where you need to grow, where you need to
Mm.
mature, where you need to become better. And you want to for your partner because you want to become your best self for them. That's love. A lot of times when it's lust and something comes up in a relationship or a situation and you see where
And they'll be like,
you
oh my
need to
God,
be
you're doing too
improved,
much.
where you need to improve, you identify it, you like, yeah, I'm not willing to do that work. I don't want to. I'm good.
Lust will be like, that's too much.
Too much.
And I think something I saw online, and I've said this in a previous episode. If I am too much, go
Go find
find
less.
less.
Go find less.
Go find less.
Yep.
Do that, babe.
That's right.
Do
That's
that.
right. Yeah. It's
Um,
like your partner becomes your mirror and you start to see all the things that all them cracks and things you need to improve on, how you should become a better person and a better partner and a better friend, and a better all of
ooh,
those things because in a relationship it's multifaceted. So you're not just lovers, you're also friends, right? You should be.
honestly, I feel like being your partner's friend is the foundation.
Oh yeah. For sure.
I want
100%.
I want to be with my best friend. Cause if you're not my best friend, babe, do I even like you?
Am I going to be honest with you? Am I going to talk with you? Am I going to share my innermost, darkest secrets and feelings and thoughts? Am I going to confide in you? Am I going to lean on you in hard times, or am I going to retreat and do my own thing and isolate and like all of the things that sometimes we do in a relationship that is not healthy, that's not good, that's not productive, all of that. When that person is your best friend and you have, like you said, that foundation, you won't do those things. You won't.
Alone.
You won't. You will go to your partner. You will tell them the truth. You'll be real. You'll confide in them. You'll share. You'll open up. You'll be vulnerable.
And that's what you're supposed to be with your spouse.
And that's love. True intimacy, communication, vulnerability, transparency, all of that. That's real love. When you're operating from that place, that's when you know it's real.
Because you love them.
You love them.
And it's something I read. I will do this for you because I love you.
Yeah. You're willing to put that work in. You're willing. You will do that hard work. You will do it because you know it's going to pay off. You know that person is worth it. You know what you guys have is worth it. Nothing beautiful comes easy. And I don't mean struggle love. Please understand that. I am not promoting struggle love. We are not doing that. We don't want that. We don't want struggle love, but we want the real solid love, the stuff that's not going to fade when things become hard.
That takes time,
yeah,
work, effort, and it's equal.
Reciprocity.
So I feel like this is a good place to wrap it up.
We have to. Our time is out.
Until next time.
Bye.